Hello Ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to the Survival Show, your roundup of everything that's going on in survival games this week for PC and Xbox PlayStation. Kicking off today with Dayz coming to the Games Pass. It's there already, it went live yesterday and already the servers are overfilled. Going to be talking a little bit about that. We're also going to be going into Rust, what's happening with their brand new update that went live yesterday and what's Gary talking about with performance and stuff happening with the console beta. How is that going? Definitely the big guns this weekend. We've got Conan Exiles brand new DLC and update has gone live. Also got new content coming in for Volcanoids in the future. Got co-op coming in for that game. New world going over the war stuff, how you're going to be playing PvP in the brand new MMO open world game, as well as taking a look at Population Zero, what they're doing to fix their pretty disastrous launch. One launch that has gone really well is Scrap Mechanic. Loads of players are flocking to its brand new survival mode. I'm really enjoying the game at the moment, so you're going to be seeing a lot of the content on that over the weekend. And what's going on with Last Oasis. I'm absolutely loving the game, but there are problems creeping in now. Servers just not being up for hours and hours at a time, and it is taking away a little bit of the enjoyment and the steam out of the sales of it. All that plus a surprise update for Xbox for Subnautica. It's all here. Let's go. It's the Survival Show. Today's random promo is YouTube members. Help support the channel for keeping you guys up to date on all the latest survival news. First look at gameplay and what's coming. Make sure you join the members. You get an exclusive badge. You'll get exclusive emotes to use in streams, as well as a special Discord role when you link your YouTube to Discord. And you'll also gain the same perks that patrons get. So come and join the Ratbags members. Your support is greatly appreciated. Dayz is now part of the Xbox Games Pass. Yes, it went live yesterday. It's already overfilling the servers. Dayz is a great game when it works. When it doesn't, significant problems happen. And the developers have been cutting corners lately. They've been reducing their workforce. I've talked about this quite a bit in recent videos, so you can check out that. I'll leave the link in the comment section down below. They've simply said that 1.8, their next big update, will be coming. And it's being worked on at the moment, but I've got no real big news to share other than that development isn't going to slow down as much. The smaller team that's working on Dayz has still got senior devs who have worked on the game for years. But from rumours and everything I can tell, they've only got about 8 or 10 people actually working on Dayz now. Most of the development team from Bohemia are now working on Arma 4 properly. Either way, if you're going to be jumping into Dayz for the first time, playing it on the Xbox Games Pass, just bear that in mind. If there's problems, bugs and issues, don't expect them to be fixed anytime soon. What you will get is a unique experience, especially playing on busy servers with other players. That really isn't like no other. It's why I like Dayz. I don't just rag on it because I hate the game. I actually love the concept. I've just never liked the way it runs, never liked the way it's been updated over the years. It's already not going well though. There appears to have run out of servers. I mean, for crying out loud, you know your game's going to be going free to play. Pretty much, it's going to be part of a Games Pass. So you know there's going to be more people interested in it. You've got to add more servers, and it looks like Dayz devs didn't bother at all. In fact, they're pretty known for being pretty tight. Only like a couple of weeks after they launched Livonia, they decided to shut down a bunch of servers, claiming that people weren't playing on them. As this Twitter post says, we are currently experiencing increased traffic on our official servers. We're adding more. We encourage you to try some community servers. So if you're having problems logging onto official servers, now you know why. It's because Bohemia are pretty incompetent. But they have highlighted some other servers that you can play on. And I definitely recommend you go and check out Don Sibley's servers. He'll be on the front page. He's got some great servers, all different styles. Some offer real hardcore experience. Others have got loot everywhere. Lots of loot, lots of times, guns and weapons and stuff all over the place. So go and check out his servers and his channel. He's great at doing Dayz and other military style survival games like that. I'll chuck the link to his channel in the comment section if you want to go and check him out. And I've got quite a few guides still back on the Xbox indeed. They're a bit old, but you know what? They still hold up. I think most of the information is still pretty relevant and it's still pretty there. Dayz doesn't change that much. So if you need help, go and check out some of my guides if you're trying Dayz for the first time as part of the Xbox Games Pass. ARK Survival Evolved is getting something it hasn't had for 3 years on console anyway. A big quality of life improvement. It actually is big news. Dolly, the community manager, has posted this. Psst, console players, hi, hello. What if I said working on light shaft and bloom options? Yeah, that's right. If you don't know, playing Ark Survival Evolved, you've got to literally invest in sunglasses because the glare on light on metal objects and sometimes parts of the water is so blinding, it literally just fills up your screen with nothing but white light. I know it's obviously illusion, it's not really technically blinding you, but it's been a big issue and a big problem and something lots of people have been complaining about and been trying to raise awareness of it for years. It was something you could adjust using commands on the Xbox back in the day, and I think you could do it on a PlayStation, although I could be wrong. But when the game went gold, when it went out of early access, they took away that feature. Even though PC still have that options to change that, they took it away from Xbox and PlayStation. And so for 3 years, we've had to put up with these blinding lights in your game. It's not an exaggeration to say so many people are going to be super excited and happy about this. It can ruin build videos when you try and show stuff off, and for players just playing even PvP, flying your creatures during the daytime is a bit of an experience. So this is going to be greeted massively by the player base. No wording yet on when it's going to come in. I'm going to suggest it probably won't be here until the next big TLC update. Wildcard are working on a brand new update that's going to add new creature to the game. It's going to add new quality life improvements and redo some of the creatures so they've got new abilities and new ways to play. I hope it gets added before then, but yeah, it's just a shame it's taken this long. They have known about it. It's not like something that's only just cropped up. Multiple times their community managers in the past have just said they know of the problem, but I've never really explained why it's so hard or what is the problem in getting it done. They've just said that consoles are different from PC. A small thing, but great stuff for ARK fans. Deadside has introduced their cheating system or anti-cheat system a few days ago, and it's getting rid of some, but there's still too many complaints of people using speed hacks to get around the map. Of course, Deadside is a bit of a Dayz scum clone, and it's very much in early access right now. Deadside is still sitting on a 79% mostly positive, so definitely for sure you guys are enjoying the game. They spoke about their roadmap plans last Friday, and here's pretty much what you can expect. New firearms and equipment, new visual content, new game events, pretty much all the stuff that I said this game needed. Base interaction so that you're looking at ways that they can add more stuff to do with the bases. Private server admin tools at the moment it's a bit limited, and they do want to add vehicles to the game in the future once they've expanded the map. They're also talking about base raiding and saying they're not going to introduce offline raiding, not having it like other games like Dayz or Rust. They're looking at other systems and concepts, including key systems, but avoiding who's got more explosives or lockpicks gameplay. And another game that's just introduced its roadmap is Population Zero. It launched pretty badly. I gave you guys my first impressions and I wasn't very kind. I just saw something pretty generic and there was lots of issues to do with multiplayer, being able to join your friends, which is kind of a problem in a big MMO game. Well, their roadmap today stresses they're going to be working on it, and they've got 4 stages that they're going to implement by the end of the month that will add the ability to invite your friends so you can join up and play the game together properly. So all in all, it's good steps. The improvement in the review scores has gone up. It was 35%, it's now 44% think the game is okay. I mean, that is just pretty much a bang average or below average score at the moment still, but for sure people that maybe like the look of this game but were worried about that stuff, particularly with multiplayer, hopefully they will stick to it and they'll get these stages complete. They're also revamping and re-adding stuff to the tutorial missions to make it a little bit easier, and they're going to be adding a bunch more content as well. So I hope they succeed. Game's not for me for sure for now. I definitely will take a look back at it though in a few months time maybe. Don't know, of course, it's an open world RPG MMO survival game where you literally run around a planet that wipes every 7 days your progress, even PvE servers. So you can choose to play PvP or PvE, and there's quests and missions that you take part in, as well as unlocking new gear and abilities. Conan Exiles Followers 2 update went live yesterday for Xbox, PlayStation and finally PC. Ended up being quite a bit later for PC, and there were some issues with server connections on console. Hopefully that's all been resolved by now. It also launched the Architects of Argos DLC. Now, like I said yesterday's video, I'm pretty critical of this. I don't see the need for just a random piece of DLC that isn't part of a season pass and seems to be just placed before the big expansion comes out. But hey, what do I know? You guys are obviously enjoying it. I've seen some screenshots of your builds already, looking absolutely great. I think a lot of you agreed with me. It just seemed a bit unnecessary and people are kind of sick of these kinds of DLCs now. They want something proper in the game rather than just these extra weapons / skin packs. Of course, we also don't know what the new map is going to be called. I don't know if it is going to be called the Shattered Shore anymore. Their promo marketing keeps releasing brand new little bits, hints and teases. The latest one being Conan Exiles Maelstrom. So it looks like there's lots of points of interest, lots of locations in the new map expansion coming out. Hopefully we're going to get news soon about what it may contain and whether or not it is a new map or it's going to be bolted on to the old one. I really can't see that happening though. The devs have said the old map just can't take any more additions. Subnautica had an update go live for Xbox One. If you don't know, they promised a while back they would optimise and do some more for the base game. They really just haven't been happy, Unknown Worlds, with the way that Subnautica's kind of been on console. They've improved it a lot over the last few years, but there's still some long-standing issues, and particularly on the base Xbox, it seems to be the worst. Lots of terrain not loading in and stuff like that. Well, the update last night is 1.0035, and it supposedly fixes a lot of that stuff. Lots of long requested performance related issues. Subnautica has been taken back in house. They don't have a port team doing the job anymore, and I kind of feel like they should have maybe kept that port team on. If they'd maybe paid the money to get them to keep updating the game, we might have had a bit of these updates a bit quicker. For PlayStation fans, you did actually get this update a good few weeks ago. In fact, it might be a good few months ago. It's taken that long to receive this on the Xbox, I'm pretty certain. Some of the improvements they've listed are in-game saving the game, in performance under the hood. World streaming should no longer be able to outrun terrain or fall through the world in a prawn suit. Incremental garbage collection added to help smooth out frame rate. Hardcore mode, low oxygen will no longer warn you. Added ability to switch users from main menu. Rocket platform physics issues addressed. They fixed a bunch of stuff with the life pod ping not staying disabled on game load, fixed base pillar bug, prawn suit stuck in the air if built far away, issues with clouds, in-game status messages positions to work with languages, and in-game menu disappearing after submitting feedback. So it all sounds good, however, looking at the forum replies straight away, there's a lot of people here commenting saying the updates actually made things worse. So I'll leave it up to you whether or not you download it. It might be one that you try and skip if you can. But yeah, there's a lot of people saying that the terrain is somewhat fixed, but it's still loading up black spaces, particularly if you've been playing the game a long time. And there seems to be some more issues in terms of loading it up. It's taking longer. All in all, not great. Obviously with Subnautica below zero, just putting their brand new story update in Frostbite. That's going to be kind of the last big story update the game gets, supposedly before it releases. And looking like a 1.0 release some point this winter time, maybe to start next year. That's when we're going to see the game come to consoles as well. They've said they're not going to be releasing the sequel, maybe in-game preview like they did previously with Subnautica. That it would go 1.0 about the same time as PC. Fingers crossed the first game's issues help out with below zero. Last Oasis has had a week to forget. I really want to get behind this game, but it is starting to test my patience and our clan as well. It's had significant downtime. They've been trying to implement some brand new servers. Looks like they're trying to add event servers and they're burning up a lot of the old ones. If you don't know, that's how Last Oasis works. Pretty much servers will start burning up in the hot sun and you have to migrate and move across the different tiles and different servers. Well, it's caused problems all week. There's been downtime for like 9 or 10 hours yesterday, and previous days before that has been significant downtime while they try and do it. We all understand it's early access, of course. It is a small development team, their first real big proper game, but this kind of stuff can't really happen much longer in a open world survival sim game like this. You need the servers to be performing. It doesn't matter necessarily about bugs and glitches as much, but for sure when you've come into early access you've got to have that stability that your servers are at least up. Everyone expects a bit of downtime for maintenance, but we're not talking like an hour here, we're talking like 6 hours as I said. So I really hope this is the last of it. Hopefully these servers are going to go live this weekend and we'll all have something to do. It is getting a bit stale, so I'm praying that it does happen. I really love this game, I want to carry on supporting it and playing it, but it's still got to have that content and it's still got to have that player base following it. So fingers crossed stuff gets fixed. Rust monthly update for May is now out. It adds the brand new night vision goggles as well as electric heaters, farming improvements, they're calling it farming 2.0, and a bunch of other stuff. Now it looks like last night the community manager was saying that there were some problems with Play Rust. Seems like some servers were having issues connecting, but it looks like that's been resolved this morning. So let me know what you're looking forward to, shooting people in the dark. And although it's not the biggest news, we did get more word from Gary talking about Rust on console. I love how Gary responds to the dude called FU 6 something 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 number. Gary, what is still needed to release Rust console? Gary replied, bug fixes, performance improvements. You know, just a small little thing. Obviously it does mean that Rust clearly has been being worked on for a long time. I showed you guys the other day the actual board where you can see what the devs have been working on. The port has been underway for nearly 2 years at this point. Things like ignoring the world setup bundle on the client, tweaked company logo placement, desert color grading, tone down the chromatic aberration effect, remove ratings from beta manifest, master build compile fix scheduled events. Like I keep saying, it's going to be the same Rust experience. Everything you come to expect on PC will be there on Xbox and PlayStation 2. But yeah, we know it's working. Don't expect it before July. And even then, I'm really not expecting it to come out until at least September or October. Based on what Gary Newman has previously said, not coming until the second half of the year. Volcanoids co-op is coming. I've been showing this off a little bit in news videos over the last year. Came out last February, I do believe, in early access, and I think it's a great little game. It's had a bunch of updates since then, improving and adding new features. Basically, you're a mining drill ship that goes underneath the Earth's core to get precious resources from volcanic caverns, all the while avoiding a massive volcano that periodically erupts on the surface. They're just about to add co-op for the first time. Looks like it's going to be 4-player co-op. And although it's co-op at the moment, in the future they may not rule out actually adding PvP elements. It lends itself pretty well. One player is going to be able to drive the ship. The other are going to be able to take over some of the crafting stations and the maintenance of the drill ship. They're adding new bunk beds functionality so you can keep respawning on the new ship. And have simplified the start of the game as well. Also in the future, they're going to be improving the plans, adding new details for the cog models, which is pretty much the enemies that you'll be fighting, new front drills, new locations to go and explore, and the ramped up development, adding new team members to development of the game. All in all, a good egg. I highly recommend this game if you like simulation, survival aspects, as well as maybe something a bit different. New World is coming, maybe not as close as you think. New World, of course, has been delayed. It was originally meant to come into beta in April and full release in May. It's now not coming to July and August fully. They've been detailing lots of stuff, how the gameplay pretty much works in terms of war and in terms of invasion, the PvP and PvE elements. A new post, again, recaps everything that I've been giving you info on over the last few months. But there's more details within this post influencing how war works. Basically, you are obviously on a map, one of 3 big factions. So I had originally given all the details from this post, but I'm going to wrap it up a bit quicker. Basically, war gets declared, and the way that war gets declared is you weaken the other enemy's territory. You've got the 3 factions in the game, and everyone has to be a part of one of them factions eventually. You don't have to, but if you want to take part in these events, you will. And you can form your own companies. When war is declared, one of the companies will be chosen at random from that faction to take part in the 50 versus 50 battle. Now, don't worry, if you're worried you've only got 5 people in your company and you're never going to be able to defend it, what the game will do is it'll offer the chance to other companies in your faction and it will take them to be included. You can sign up for it pretty much at settlements and your name will be put there and you can fill any gaps that are there. And even then, if there are no companies around to take part in the battle, they'll actually take it from the 3rd faction not involved. Remember, it's faction between 2 factions, or war between 2 factions, not 3, when this war event takes place. So what it will do is it will offer the chance to that 3rd faction to come and help out. So it's a good way. It means that there's never going to be a way that the wars are not going to be filled up with players. So you can see here some selection of the defense weapons like ballista, explosive cannon, repeater turrets, as well as being able to fire drop on other enemies. They've also got a buff, a horn, which pretty much will give a healing buff with anyone in that area. Now for the attackers it works slightly differently. You can see you've got the cannon platform, you've got the fire launcher platform. These are going to be with tokens that you learn by basically doing well in war. Getting some kills, achieving targets, you'll be able to unlock these and use them during that war. Repeater platform. Also there's a rally point that you have to capture outside of the fort, and that's what you have to do first before you can start proceeding to damage the walls and trying to break into the actual fort itself. All in all, I'm pretty digging it. It sounds pretty cool. It sounds like it's much more organised, how it should be, like war, rather than just ganking everyone solo all the time. I did have some reservations when they announced the changes. If you don't know, of course, the alpha they had running a while back was very different. It was open world PvP all the time. You could offline raid people, you could go and attack them at all times. It was just a bit odd. But now they've got settlements where you can all have your own houses and they never get damaged during the war. It's only these forts that get damaged. So these forts will temporarily pop up, and that's pretty much like a game mode where you go in, defend your territory. If you lose, obviously your territory gets weakened, and if you keep losing, then your territory might be ready to be taken over completely by a rival faction. So yeah, great stuff. I can't wait to show this off. I'm looking more and more excited to New World. As it comes closer to release, I'll be giving you even more information. And I will do a rundown video soon, giving everything we know about New World so far. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed and you've got the notifications on. Scrap Mechanics Survival launched yesterday, and I'm absolutely loving this game. I can't wait to do more guides and more tutorials on it. I'm really enjoying it, and it's nice to do something I'm really enjoying at the moment and put it out for you guys. So looks like lots of other people are interested in it. 40,000 peak players started playing it when it went live last night at 8 o'clock UK time, I think that was. So it was a bit late in the day, but it did arrive. The survival mode is there now. So yeah, expect to see some more content. Loving this game. Got lots of sandbox features, great stuff. In fact, it's such a big thing. Look how many people probably bought Scrap Mechanic over the years, but never really paid it too much attention. And then look at that jump, 40,000 players playing it. That's crazy stuff, so well done to them. Technically, the game is now in beta, and the devs have said that they are looking to ramp up development now. They're going to be adding much more content. Of course, they have had long periods where they haven't had much content go through, just bug fixes and stuff, and it has been a considerable amount of time since they promised that survival mode would come. But it is here now. It really is like another game. Obviously, that's the main bulk of what Scrap Mechanic was always meant to be, a survival sandbox experience. So fingers crossed they're going to carry on pushing. Lots more content, lots of bug fixes planned for the rest of this month. So hopefully it's just going to get better and better, and I can't wait to do more of this. Hope you've enjoyed today's survival news. If you have, make sure you like the video. Go and check out the membership on YouTube to support the channel even more. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you rat bags later.